Hello, in this video I want to show you how to find books in Shoen Library and through the Summit system. This has gotten more confusing lately, so I want to show you a few shortcuts, a few things that we want to make sure you do so you'll get the books you want. So I'm going to do a quick search on communication in the family, just for a sample search. So we're here at the main Merrillhurst page. The first thing I want you to do is click on the advanced search screen. I always like going to the advanced search button. You just get a lot more choices. So I'm clicking on advanced search. And it's kind of slow right now. There it is. So now we're down in advanced search. The second thing I want to make sure you do, in the very top right of the top right corner, there's a sign in link. We want you to sign in. This way you'll have a lot more access to things. So it's a piece of cake. You just type in your number and your last name. And in a few seconds you'll pop up and there's your name, or my name. Might be your number right up here, depending on, it might be your student number or your name shows up in the top right corner, but either way you're signed in then. So this is where we can start our search. The first thing, since I'm looking for books, this isn't the best place to look for articles, but articles will pop up here unless I limit my search. I'm looking for books. So over here on the right, you'll see these search boxes. And once this material type, I'm going to say books. That way I won't get a bunch of other stuff. I only want books. For publication date, I'm going to leave that blank for now. But you can limit that to the last 5 years, 10 years, whatever. I'm just going to leave that blank. Language, if you want to limit by language. This is search scope. What this is a really dumb way of asking where you want the books, how big of an area you want to search. If I click on Shoen Library only, I'll just get books from Shoen Library, but I don't want to limit myself. So books, articles, and more. I know a lot of you guys have used Summit to order books. I'm going to leave this here, and I know it'll look through both our library and Summit. That's not very clear, but that's what that means. Books, articles, and more means Summit libraries as well as our own. So up here I'm going to start my search. I'm going to type in communication. And family. Let's see what we come up with. So I should get a whole lot of stuff. Holy smokes, I got a lot of books. Looks like I got 44,000. But I want to do a real broad search just to show you a few things. The very first article, Women's Communication and Family Planning in Rural America. It's a yellow dot. That means it is not in our library, but it is in a Summit library. So if I want to, and I could look at details to see what the book's all about. And it might look really cool. It might look like something I want. If I do want it, I click right over here where it says get it. Since I signed in already, I'm going to get the choice of, it's going to say Summit. There it is, Summit request. If I had not signed in like we did at first with my last name and my Merrillhurst ID number, I would get a message here saying, book's not available, go away. So instead I get this, I click on Summit request, and it looks like it's available, like we said, at Washington State. Sometimes I'll get a whole list of libraries here. In this case, it's only available at one place. So if I do want it, I'll just click on Request Summit Item. And I'll say which school do I go to. I'll say Merrillhurst. And then I will click my last name and my ID number. And then the next screen, well, I'll go ahead and do it to show you what it looks like. And then the next screen, I will get this. And if I hit continue, I'll get a message saying my request has gone through. And probably in about 3 days, I would get an email telling me my book's here waiting for me. So that's great. Use Summit because you'll find some great books that we don't have in our library, but you have access to them in just a few days. So when it's got a yellow dot, you know it's not in our library, but it's in Summit. Here's a book, Family Communication, Cohesion, and Change. This looks pretty cool. It's got a green dot, so I know that I have access to it. And it says main stacks 306.8. That means it's in the upstairs of the library, and it's checked in right now in print. So that's pretty neat. I can run it from where I'm sitting right now. I can run upstairs and grab the book, and then I can check it out. Sometimes instead of giving you a call number, it'll say online access. And what that means is it's not a book that we have in print, but we do have it online. It's pretty cool. So I click on view it. Remember, I signed in at first. If I had not signed in, I would get another message saying I don't have access to this book. But since I signed in earlier, this one says full text available at EBSCO. Sometimes it might be a different company. We get these online books through about 4 different companies. So these links might say different things. But once you click on the link, it'll take you to the full text of the book. So here it is. If I click on download this ebook or ebook full text, I'll get the full text right on my computer. It's pretty slick. So that's that book. So yeah, we've got books through a lot of different ways, through online access, through Summit, which we saw from the first one, and get old books in print. That's when it's going to have a green dot and give you the call number right here. So let me know if you have any questions at 503 699 6261 or reference at merrillhurst.edu. And and be sure to sign in, go to the advanced search and sign in right up here at the top right. Give you a lot more possibilities. Let me know if you have any questions about any of this or anything else. Thanks. Bye-bye.